I cannot tell you what joy it brings me to see you crowned king at last. I served proudly under your father when he sat on the throne, and I will continue to serve you to the best of my abilities.
All stand to attention for the King of Albion. Logan, former King of Albion, you stand accused today of crimes against the kingdom and its people. Those who brought you to justice will now speak.
There's not a soul alive in the kingdom who hasn't suffered for his glory, and plenty who've died for it. I says, let him have some death of his own.
Look, I'm not one for lopping people's heads off, but we saw Major Swift executed like it was a bloody circus act. He deserves nothing less as far as I'm concerned.
But aren't we better than that? Isn't that why we fought to be here now? I've seen what Logan has done to this city. People starving to death, children forced to work, but killing him now won't solve anything.
It is not my place to decide his fate, but his betrayal condemned many of my people to death. He promised us salvation and then left us to face the darkness alone.
I had good reason to break that promise, and I had good reason for the crimes you claim I committed. The day I returned to Albion, I received a visit from a blind seer, Teresa, our father's guide. She showed me the future of this kingdom. The darkness in Aurora is coming here, bringing death, destruction, the end of our way of life. The sacrifices I had to make, I did them to protect Albion. If a few had to suffer, it was to build an army. If a few had to die, it was to save a country. I have spent years preparing for this attack. Let me stand by your side now, and all my soldiers will be yours to command. Let us face the coming darkness, together.
If this is true, if it's really coming here, we are all in grave danger.
You have the power over life and death, brother. Now choose.
This is not the time for revenge. We need your help, Logan.
The king has made his decision. Logan's life will be spared.
I know you will never forgive me for the things I've done. You told me so once, remember?
Of course I do.
But what matters now is that we defend our land. The castle is yours, and so is the throne. I'm glad to be rid of them.
You have fulfilled the first part of your destiny. You were little more than a child when you left the castle. You have become a hero, a leader, and now, finally, a monarch. But your journey is not yet done. Now you are king. You can know the truth. Albion will soon be attacked, and the threat could not be greater. Darkness is coming to our land. It cannot be reasoned with, it cannot be halted. The ruler of Albion is all that stands between the world we inhabit and that darkness. That is why you had to take your brother's place. The course of history demands it. If you do not succeed, everything we know will come to an end.
Why didn't you tell me all this at the start? It was never about Logan, was it?
I told you what you needed to know, and I never spoke anything but the truth. With Logan on the throne, Albion would have been doomed. This much I know. Only with a hero wearing the crown do we stand a chance of survival.
And how do I stop it?
You won't. Its arrival is inevitable. 1 year from now, the darkness will fall upon Albion. All you can do is prepare, and hope to save as many of your people as you can. How you do so is up to you. 2 paths lie ahead. You may keep the promises you have made and be known as a benevolent ruler, but understand that doing so will leave little to spend on the kingdom's protection and may lead you to disaster. It is not easy to be popular and keep the treasury full, unless you are willing to sacrifice your personal wealth. But you may also choose to break those promises, to harm your people in order to save them. You will not lack the means to build the army you need, but you will be hated. This path will cast you in the role of a tyrant, as it did your brother. You have 1 year to do what Logan could not. Be the ruler that readies Albion for the greatest threat it has ever faced, and be the hero that can stand against it.
Your Majesty, I'm not sure what to say after receiving such news. The darkness that is coming. People won't understand what it means. Nobody could, without living through it first. We need to prepare. If we can't stop the attack from happening, we have to be ready when it comes. Having Logan's troops on our side is a good start, but you will need to raise a fortune to pay for the army we'll need. Hobson will show you the treasury, and I'm sure he can explain just how to fill it.
Indeed I can.
Then I will leave you to it. Ben and I will begin recruiting and training soldiers at once.
If you will follow me, Your Majesty. Oh, how I have looked forward to this moment. This is it. Albion's royal treasury, the store of the kingdom's total wealth. It's, well, not as replete as one would like, but just imagine this room shimmering with hills, valleys, and plateaus of gold, a topography of riches going all the way up to the ceiling. It will require nothing less to build this army everyone is talking about. Which brings us to the second item on today's agenda, and one I'm personally very excited about. Setting the tax rate for the coming year. As you probably know, your brother was taxing the people rather heavily, and some say that this has led to poverty, starvation, and other societal ills. You have 3 clear choices, Your Majesty. 1, lower the tax rate, which one could argue would help the poor and the hungry, but would also leave the treasury in a miserable state. 2, maintain Logan's policies. Not a popular move with the people, but moderately popular with the treasury. And 3, and don't let my enthusiasm influence you in any way, raise the taxes even further. True, many will suffer in the short term, but we will be able to protect the kingdom and run our fingertips over vast amounts of gold in this very room. What will it be, Your Majesty? Very well, Your Majesty. Well, how very noble. Yes, I suppose noble is the word. How very noble of you. The people are no doubt dancing in the streets, and we are bankrupt. You will need to be more ruthless if you wish to save the kingdom, Your Majesty. There are other, less salubrious means of filling the treasury, of course. You may donate your own gold, should you have enough. Though I must say, such charity is unheard of. However you decide to proceed, you should acquaint yourself with the Royal Ledger. It is a logbook that allows the reigning monarch to make deposits and withdrawals from the treasury. A most useful financial tool. But my, look at the time. You really ought to attend to the next item on today's agenda. Riva has a most intriguing proposal for you in Bowerstone Industrial. Now, I know you have had your differences, but it is time to put those behind you and work together. Nobody can raise money like Riva can, I assure you. I have seen to it that your appearance among the populace is well publicized, so expect a crowd.
Don't tempt me.
Oh, happy day! His Majesty, the King of Albion, graces us with his radiant presence. I knew last time we met that you would emerge victorious from such public sibling rivalry. And now here I am to assist you in filling your coffers till they are fit to burst. What better way to begin your reign than by reinstating one of my most successful policies? There is no greater waste than the idleness of our city's youth, but my employment scheme guarantees children of all ages will have something to occupy them, whilst ensuring our factories are properly manned.
It's just monstrous. Don't listen to him. You promised you would end child labor. Remember that promise now.
And what would you have us do with the snotty little indigents?
The only way Bowerstone is going to climb out of the gutter is through education. Nothing is more important to our future than that. Turn this factory into a school. Give the children of the city the chance they never had.
A school? Well, that's an original thought. Well, if you'd like to be known...
The factory will become a school.
Thank you. We can really start changing people's lives now. This will be an Albion worth fighting for.
I shall begin the necessary modifications at once. Welcome to Riva Industries Learning Center, Bowerstone Industrial's first ever school. You can now feel secure in the knowledge that your children can become the well-educated automatons you always wanted them to be.
I thought I did. A cake! The big cheese! Woohoo! Cool! A cake!
afraid your property was irreparably damaged during the battle.
We're expensive, but we're
My
good.
lord.
Sir?
Wahey!
Greetings, sir.
How are you this fine day, sir?
Yay! Your Majesty.
Sir?
Yay!
Just brilliant!
Woohoo!
Hurrah!
Yippee! Woohoo! Yeah! Woohoo! Woo! Good one.
Yeah, nice!
All right.
Quite impressive. I am quite impressed.
Unbelievable. Good one.
Good! Woo! Okay!
Yeah. Woo! Woo!
Yeah!
Yeah. Nice.
Good one!
Woo!
Woo! Okay.
Yeah! Nice!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Hooray!
Yeah!
That's a great look for you.
Huzzah!
Yay!
Woo! Yeah!
Woo! All right.
Yay! Woohoo! Yeah!
Yay!
Woo! Okay.
Yes! Go on!
Yeah!
Woohoo! Incredible.
Go on!
Yeah!
Yes! Go on!
Yay! Hooray! Hooray! Yeah!
Woohoo!
Nice!
Yes! Yeah! Woo! Okay.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Good one.
Oh, yes!
Hello, great lord.
Your Majesty.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
At your orders, sir.
At your service.
My king?
Ah, it's the...
Sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, the King. Today, you will decide what is to be done with the Bowerstone Old Quarter, site of the Battle for Albion. Paige will offer her proposal. Reva shall stand against her.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, our victory came at a great cost to the city. You vowed to fight poverty, but our actions have made the problem worse. You must act now. I ask that the old quarter be rebuilt and its former residents rehomed. You wouldn't just be helping those in great need. You'd be sending a message to your people.
We destroyed the old quarter. It's only right we rebuild it.
The king has reached his decision. The old quarter shall be rebuilt, and its former residents will have their homes returned.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This will be a very popular move.
I suppose there may be something to be gained by rebuilding part of the city. It shows our sense of industry has not yet been dampened. Very well, Your Majesty. Despite the current climate of fear and great national need, Riva Industries has once again struck a blow for the honest man on the street. The sad sight of the decayed and war-torn old quarter is no more. We are proud to present the new old quarter.
It breaks one's heart to see the treasury so empty. If we don't do something about it, we will all die. And I have some very definitive retirement plans. As a matter of fact, our very first order of business might have a bearing on our financial situation. The time has come to decide the annual town guard budget. As you can imagine, the people like to complain about crime and the lack of safety on our streets and are calling for more guards than your brother was ever willing to pay for. You have 3 choices, Your Majesty. Leave the budget as it is. After all, the people have grown accustomed to murder, theft, and contraband. Increase the budget and fill the streets with soldiers keeping the peace. A rather costly solution. Or take a more considered approach by lowering the budget. For what is the point of a safe, well-policed kingdom when it is too poor to protect itself from certain annihilation? I must say I've never once felt unsafe in Bowerstone. Well, there was that time Master Reaver used my head for target practice, but he was very drunk. And I don't... The people will be delighted, Your Majesty. But will they thank you when they are dead? Not unless they are turned into some sort of awful zombie creatures. That isn't what is going to happen, is it? Anyway, this will leave a sizable gap in the treasury. Unless you can cover the expenses out of your own pocket, I'm afraid we shall be in dire straits indeed. Let us now turn our attention to the rest of today's business. Here is the royal schedule I have prepared. As you can see, you have a busy day in the court, but a tremendously enjoyable one. Decoration is a passion of mine, and I simply cannot wait to see your choice. The interior designers await you in the throne room.
I'll give you a bit extra for certain items.
I'm sure we'll have what you're looking for.
Oh, hello there.
Your Majesty,
Greetings,
I'm so
Your
chuffed with your
Majesty.
rule. I've got a present for you.
Logan should have been shot for the things he did.
Hooray!
You're looking like $1,000,000 gold today, Your Majesty.
I'm just glad taxes are down. More money in my pocket. And that means my trousers don't light up so much.
Isn't that delightful?
That battle really made the old quarter uninhabitable.
Astonishing.
Thank goodness it's being rebuilt.
Do you ever wonder why they didn't call this place Brownstone?
Go on.
Maybe it was a typo. That battle really made the old quarter uninhabitable. Thank goodness it's being rebuilt. That
Woohoo! Yeah, nice. Yes! Go on!
Good one! Yay!
Woo! Yeah! Hooray!
Woo! Okay. Woo! All right.
Yay!
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Woo! All right!
Oh yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yay!
Good one!
Woo! Okay.
Yeah! Word is, they need someone to swing a hammer at the blacksmiths.
My lord.
Woo!
I have delivery.
How are you this fine day, sir?
All right then.
Dazzling brilliance!
Brings a smile to one's eye.
Yippee!
Yay!
Oh, yes! Hippity hoppity hooray! Yes, indeedy!
Wow, it's the king.
Yes, sirree!
Yippee! Like that.
Yes!
I like that. Yes, I do.
Amazing! Yes, indeedy!
Good.
I like that. Really, quite good.
Your Majesty. Hello.
Oh, yes! Yes! Hello, Your Majesty. Yes,
Good one.
yes, indeedy.
Good.
Yeah,
Yes,
nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I love it.
Yes, go on.
Oh, yes.
Woohoo.
Oh, yes.
Yay.
Top-tastic. Yay!
On for the knee.
Now you don't see that every day.
Alrighty. Yes.
Yeah. I like to see that sort of thing.
What rubbish.
Boo.
Yes, indeedy.
Woo! All right.
Ooh, how enchanting.
Woohoo!
That's just great.
All right then.
Whoa! Yes, sirree! Yes!
Good one.
Hippity hoppity hooray!
Good one.
Wah-hey! Wah-hey! Yeah!
Good.
Go on.
Yay.
Yes, indeedy!
Amazing.
Top-tastic! Yay!
Yeah, nice.
Hero.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Hello there.
Ooh, a beer would be nice. Woohoo! Marvelous! Oh, right.
see that again.
Democracy and a parliament. That's what we want. Or free beer. Yeah, free beer.
Yeah, nice.
Hey!
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh,
How good one.
sir.
Wahey!
Hooray, hooray! Woo-hoo! I love it. Yes, indeed. Hooray! Woo-hoo! Woohoo! Yay! Ooh, I do like that sort of thing, you know. Oh, yes! Alrighty! Yeah!
That's just great.
Yeah! Woo! All right! Good one!
Yeah!
Oh,
Nice.
quite superb! Yeah!
Good one!
Hippity hoppity hooray! Yeah, nice! Yes, sir!
Woo-hoo!
Yay! Oh, yes!
My lord.
Bloody awful.
Boo!
Sir,
Boom!
Most excellent. Oh, this is so boring. It's like a prison
Good one.
sentence.
Hooray!
Yeah, nice!
I'm just glad taxes are down. More money in my pocket. And that means my trousers don't ride up so much.
You're the most wonderful bard I've ever heard.
well met, my lord.
Yay!
I'm Bowerstone's most trustworthy salesman. Ask anybody.
If I give you this, will you do something for me? What you want?
Hello, Your Majesty.
Good to see you, Your Majesty.
Majesty?
Darling, I'm so glad you've come. I spoke to Laszlo. He said he understood, which made it even harder. I wish he'd called me awful names and thrown me out.
Always simpler that way. But he doesn't seem the sort.
He's a good man, and I'll always love him. But not like I love you. So, what are we waiting for? If we're to spend the rest of our lives together, let's start right now. Isn't there something you want to ask me? Oh, is that how it is? That is amazing.
I have something I want to ask. Will you marry me?
But we must have a ring to do this properly, right? For it to be official. It hasn't got to be fancy. Anything round and metal will do. You are just so impressive.
Oh.
Oh, darling, good for you. Never given a gift to royalty before. Ooh, strong hands. All right. Till next time. Darling, you're wonderful.
I love you. Marry me.
But we must have a ring to do this properly, right? For it to be official. It hasn't got to be fancy. Anything round and metal will do.
Huh? Ah.
Hello, sir.
Right, you then. 3 cheers! Hooray!
How good to see you.
Majesty.
You know, if you spend more, I can get some better stuff in.
You don't have to be rich to shop here, but it helps.
If you find we're out of stock on anything, try again
Greetings,
a few days
sir.
later.
Greetings, my lord.
At your service, my king.
Sir?
Ready to serve.
How are you this fine day, sir?
The person I thought was my friend.
Can I offer some help? I hope you enjoy it. You won't regret that purchase. Nice doing business with you. Looking for something special?
Quality.
I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it.
That's just no good.
You'll upset people if you keep that up.
We have the fashion for you.
Sir,
My lord.
Here, have this for being such a great king.
Great king. Nope. Yes, yes.
Yes. Yes.
That's why my rent is so painfully high. Woo! Woohoo! Good one.
Woo! All right. All right. Yeah.
Yeah!
Woohoo!
Yes. Yes.
Woohoo! Yeah!
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, nice!
Woo! All right. Yay!
Good one!
Good one.
Wonderful.
Go on.
Hi.
Hey, pretty good. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Woohoo!
Yeah, nice.
Woohoo!
All right. Yeah.
Woo! All right. Impressive.
I'm a little princess.
Yeah. Nice. Yes. Go on.
Go on.
Woohoo!
Can I have some gold chocolate? Please.
Good one.
La, la, la.
Oh, that's very good.
Good. Very nice. Woohoo!
Good one! Woohoo!
Yeah. Nice. Awesome.
Yeah,
Woohoo! Oh, well done. Woohoo!
Good one.
Good!
Woo! All right.
Yay!
Good one.
Go on.
Good one!
Yeah.
Woo! All right.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Yeah!
All right.
Yeah, nice.
Hooray!
Yay!
Yippee!
Go on.
Good one.
Yay!
Oh, the king.
Hooray! Hooray!
Good!
Hooray! Hooray! The old quarter is going to be rebuilt. I'll have a home again. Long live the king. Do you have anything I can buy off you?
Just give me 5 gold. With that, I could eat for a week.
We're low on stock, so I'll give you a bit extra for certain items.
If I give you this, will you do something for me?
Superhero.
You are just so impressive. Darling, you're wonderful.
I love you. Marry me.
Oh, darling, of course I will. And just think, one day our children will ask, Mum, how did Daddy propose to you? And I'll say, right in the centre of Bowerstone Industrial. It was terribly romantic.
I'm so happy.
Oh, is that... How it is. There's the love of my life.
I have something I want to
Wow.
ask. Will you marry me?
Oh, darling, of course I will. And just think, one day our children will ask, Mum, how did Daddy propose to you? And I'll say, right in the centre of Bowerstone Industrial. It was terribly romantic.
Oh!
You're quite nice, you know that? Remember when we used to sneak up to your room in the castle? Fancy reliving those memories. You're doing all the right things, that's for sure. Remember when we used to sneak up to your room in the castle? Fancy reliving those memories.
Remember the last time taxes were so low? I can pay all my bills.
Hello, your lordship.
This town is becoming
Hello,
more
great
exclusive
lord.
by the day, so don't be shocked by the prices.
Way! You're one of the good ones, Your Majesty.
That's very sweet. And wouldn't you know it, I like sweet.
Oh, wow! Mum about Hello!
I could do this forever.
Got hitched, did you? Well done!
Hello there.
Your Majesty, I'm so...
You sure you want to let go?
Sure thing. Let's get going. Well, I'll be seeing you.
Nothing feels better than having your hand in mine.
It's an honor.
Your hand feels so warm. You have just read my mind. This is for you. I never want it to end.
Oh, yes.
I want you to have this. Oh, yes. My love, yes. This is for you. You won't believe this, but I'm pregnant. I've never been so happy. Darling, that's great. That smile, I see it. This is for you. This is for you. Oh, is that how it is? You're quite nice, you know that? You always know just the right thing to do. I don't need to be rich to be happy. After spending all that time, I know how to value it. You are just so impressive. I still can't get over it. You finally become the king I always knew you'd be one day. And here I am, right by your side.